Hey guys, welcome to the latest episode of this UnBee-lievable Life. Today I have with me Lezlie Gregory, and she's going to be telling us a little bit more about clear stem, and she's going to give us a focus on acne and her journey with that and skincare. But just to tell you a little bit more about Lezlie, she is originally from the Jasper area, but she's lived in Evansville for 13 years now, and she has been a licensed esthetician for 11 years. Esthetician, I always have a hard time with that word, so I'm pretty sure I can. Lezlie takes huge pride in offering relaxing facials and customizing any facial for your skincare needs. And who doesn't, of any of us, have skincare needs, whether it's dry or oily? We all have completely different skin. So that is something that she specializes in. But her main focus, again, is helping her acne clients get their skin to where they can feel confident with or without makeup. She uses the approach of healing the skin from the inside out with a full line of facial products and supplements. And she's going to be telling us a little bit more about that today. But here's a little insight into Leslie's busy day. She has not one, but two toddlers that keep her busy whenever she's not working. She loves to cook, finding new recipes, the outdoors, and working out. And she loves to spend time with her wonderful husband and her family in her free time. So Lezlie, go ahead and take it away.
Oh, thank you so much, Nikki. I'm so excited for this opportunity to be on your podcast. Whenever we had messaged each other, you always have a special place in my heart. I actually got married at Nikki's home. So this is just a full circle moment to come back and to be able to do this podcast with you. So that means a lot to me to be on here today. So just to kind of start out of how and why I am an esthetician, whenever I was in 8th grade, I remember on picture day, there was always an option that you could pay extra to have your face retouched. So whenever you got on the yearbook and your face was on with all of your friends, you wouldn't have any blemishes or hair in your face or anything like that. So I can remember going all the way back to 8th grade year. My parents had to pay like the extra $10 or whatever it was at the time to have my face retouched up because of the amount of breakouts and acne that I had all the way back in 8th grade. So this, passion for skincare goes all the way back to that time. I wouldn't say that I knew that this was where it was going to take me, but it did start at a very young age. So in high school, whenever everyone was asked to tell where they were going to college, I had no idea. My mom was a nurse, so I thought that I was going to go with the more medical route of everything. And then I quickly realized in my second semester of college that it was not for me. I ended up doing a quick Google search of, different licenses that you could get without going to a traditional college, and found the word esthetician. Like you were saying earlier, that word is so crazy. Sometimes I stumble over it as well, still to this day. But I found this long, crazy, weird word and had no idea what that meant. I went and met with the Salon Professional Academy here in Evansville, Indiana, and dropped out and re-enrolled in school within the exact same week because I was immediately drawn to the experience and the overall vibe of aesthetic school versus the traditional route of college. So super thankful that I was able to find that school here in Evansville. So that's where I started. And then I currently just moved to a new location here in Evansville, Renew Spa and Wellness Center. So I have been an esthetician here for only a couple months now, but have been a licensed esthetician for 11 years. So the acne, story definitely has a place in my heart, and I love helping acne clients, but I do like to do more relaxation facials and custom facials for, like you were saying, if someone has dry skin, oily skin, kind of correcting those issues and then forming up a whole routine for clients that they can take home and do in their overall just routine at home with their day-to-day concerns that they have with their skin. So that's okay. And then so to talk about the clear stem line a little bit, about 6 months ago, My skin, I think from after pregnancy and post breastfeeding, my hormones were one big mess. So imagine walking around as an esthetician coming in to work and having pimples all over your face. So I'm meeting with clients who I am treating for acne and also not acne with this huge flare up of acne. So I had to dive really deep into why all of a sudden I was breaking out again after all of this time. So I was getting ready to start Accutane and was on other prescription strength topicals. And my skin just had built up a tolerance to all of those things over time, and nothing was really working topically anymore. So I was listening to a podcast, actually, Clear Stem podcast, and I heard this woman speaking the exact same story of everything that I had gone through. And basically, they do the approach of healing your acne from the inside out. And I had never heard anyone talk anything about that. It was always, what can you put on your skin and what, facials and treatments that you can get done topically, but no one had ever mentioned that it could be something that was happening internally as well. So immediately I got my paper and pen out and I was taking notes during this podcast, and I was immediately driven to this line. So I would say that's whenever the really acne obsession of figuring out it for myself started, but then for my clients as well. So the Clear Stem line actually has a supplement that rivals, it's the natural version of Accutane. It has a high dose of vitamin A in it, but you can be on it long term because it's a natural form. It has digestive enzymes that work with the gut. So you're working from the inside out again. Liver support, glutathione, and 5-HTP, turmeric, all wonderful anti-inflammatory natural ingredients that you can be on long term, which that's the thing with, Accutane, spironolactone, other medications that you can be on. They're a lot of times a short fix or a short-term fix that you can't be on long term because of the side effects that you can get from these medications. So I took that myself for a couple of months, had absolutely insane results from it, and had to figure out how I could get my hands on this for my clients as well. So I reached out to them and was able to become a wholesale distributor as an esthetician here at the spa from the Clear Stem line. And since then, I have gained several acne clients who I have come in and do a thorough, very extensive questionnaire as far as what they're using on their day-to-day with their products, what they're putting on topically, and then also what they're putting into their body, because there are tons of triggers that I had no idea that I was taking every day, such as high doses of vitamin B12, in excess D3, zinc, and I think I said B12 already. So in excess, biotin as well. These supplements are great in moderate, like your daily value of supplementation in your multivitamin, but when taken in excess, can cause acne or make acne worse. So I had no idea. I was taking, like 10 times the recommended dose of B12 because who doesn't want extra energy? I was taking biotin because all of these hair, skin, and nails have biotin in them. So why would you not want to take excess biotin to help with your skin? But if you already are acne prone, those specific supplements can put everything into overdrive and cause more acne for you and work against you. So I will kind of take a good look into what each client is taking internally and then what they're putting onto their skin. So they really touch a lot on pore clogging ingredients, which anytime I go into Sephora, if someone hands me something new to try, I'm all about it and just stick, whatever foundation samples, or I love to try new things. So up until this point, I was just putting whatever type of makeup on my face. And little did I know that there are certain ingredients in products that if you're acne prone can be very, very troublesome. So the website and the line that I carry, the website clearstem.com, has a pore clogging ingredient checklist. So if someone is acne prone, when they come in, I typically will ask them to go on that website and plug all of their routine that they're using in, even if it's a foundation they use every other week. or a blush they use every so often, anything that touches their skin, I have them plug in the ingredient deck into the ClearStem website, and I have them check to see about pore clogging ingredients. So that's the first thing, the first step that I usually have clients take. And then we'll go through their supplements and overall caffeine intake and just how they start their morning routine to see what kind of triggers could be flaring up their acne. So I would say that's kind of my approach with my acne clients. But then I definitely love to do like the relaxation facials. I love whenever moms come in specifically who I can just tell have a lot going on, whether they're a stay-at-home mom, a working mom, and they come in here. And at the beginning of the facial, I will feel their shoulders just being so tense. And I can feel how all of their stress, just from the moment I put my hands on them, I can feel all of the tension. And there is such a special feeling at the end of the hour with them. I feel that tension and that stress completely go away. And even if it's just for an hour with them, knowing that I was able to contribute to some of that relaxation and de-stressing that they had that day, it really, fuels me to continue doing what I do. And whenever I leave at the end of the day, it's just a really special feeling. So I tell this story a lot. I've had a couple of clients, whenever getting a facial, doing the massage portion of the facial, whenever they have a nice mask on. There have even been a few times over the past 11 years that during a facial, I'll have clients that just burst out into tears. And whenever that happens, I actually will cry with them because I know exactly why they're crying before they even tell me. Just people, you never know what all they're holding on to on a day-to-day basis. And a lot of times people get really, really good at holding all of that in. And until someone touches you and you do your deep breaths and you're getting that relaxation and you're releasing all of that tension up in the neck area, you just don't really know, what all people are carrying. So to be able to contribute to that de-stressing it during that day or that week, that's a really special feeling at the end of the day to know that I was able to help someone in that way. So that's about all, I guess, that I have for today. Nikki, did you have any questions?
If we could get your online information and where we can find you.
Yeah, so I wanted to touch on, we are having at the new location, we're having an open house on May 6th. So if anyone is interested in coming in and seeing the new spa, it is May 6th. And then you can find me on Instagram at Lezlie Gregory. And then also our business page is Renew Spa Wellness and Skincare.
Awesome. Well, Lezlie, thank you so much for being on today's episode of this Unbelievable Life. I have known you for years. You have modeled for the magazine for us. You got married at my house. I absolutely adore you. And I think what you are doing is so important to people's mental health and their physical well-being. Like you said, you're taking that inside out approach. And, I would just highly encourage everyone to check out her website, pop in the store, give her a buzz. And I thank everybody for listening today.